Alright, what up, everybody? What's the deal? It's Drake Chili coming back at you guys once again. You guys gotta go ahead and forgive me, if my voice might not be as clear or anything like that. If you guys got any questions or you guys got any feedback in regards to the video, just go ahead and leave your question or comment inside the comment section below the video and I'll get back with you guys. But I just wanted to pretty much straightforward for the record and let people know that I don't give a fuck whether you guys like me or not. I deal in facts. I don't deal in public, perception or public reputation or anything like that. So if you come to my channel and you thinking that you're gonna get your agent script on because these motherfuckers that's in the government is paying you to distort your information and relay a whole bunch of bullshit to the masses, I don't give a fuck. You getting booted. So just know that just right now. So if you come to my channel and you're on some agent shit after I'm actually providing the facts and showing the proof in regards to what it is that I'm saying, and you come in trolling and you thinking that you're going to leave subliminal comments inside of the actual comment boxes and things of that nature, you're getting your ass blocked from my channel. Now, I did say that I was going to pretty much give an entire video breakdown of the Arizona State Constitution, Senator Wayne Stump's letter, the IMF, and the subscription fee that the United States have to pay. I was going to actually do a review on the Federal Reserve Act and everything like that. So you guys just got to stay patient with me and give me some time to put together the actual videos. I want to bring you guys quality, high def type videos and everything like that. And shit just take time in regards to setting up the actual studio so I can provide those videos for you guys and everything. But nonetheless, it's about 10 o'clock at night right now. And I wanted to read something from the Arizona State Constitution, and I'm constantly always reiterating to people that if you want to get from underneath the system in which one is governed under, you have to give notice. You just can't say, okay, well, these are my rights and I know them and I expect them to be, protected without giving the Attorney General, the governor, the secretary of state, as well as pretty much any public official that one can think of. You have to give these people notice. You just can't go out here doing things because they view you. I mean, for the people that actually know that there is a difference, they view you as just being a 14th Amendment corporate citizen. So if you haven't made yourself known to them, you can't fault them for treating you like squalor. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that that's right, but you can't fucking fault them either. This is one of the biggest things that I always like to show people in Arizona in regards to Article 2, subsection 2 of the state constitution. It says political power, purpose of government. Section 2 states, all political power is inherent in the people. We are the people that make up the state, not the public officials. For the millionth fucking time, I want people to understand that. I want people to fucking get that. They work for us. We don't work for them. There's no reason to be scared of these people. We got to start fucking holding their ass accountable. Look at their duties and their responsibilities and their obligations. You look at the so-called laws or statutory laws that are supposed to govern they ass on our, or basically for our benefit, and hold they ass accountable. You have to hold their ass accountable. But listen, it says all political power is inherent in the people, and governments derive their just powers from the consent of the governed. It's telling us right here that you have the choice whether or not you want to be governed by this constitution. And pretty much damn near every state, if you look at the Declaration of Rights, I guarantee you it might not say it exactly like this, and they might not put it as bluntly like this, but I guarantee you if you look at, usually the declarations is defined within the first 3 sections of pretty much every state's constitution. All you gotta fucking do is look at the declaration of rights and powers, and you will see that they do not have the authority to do half of the shit that they are actually fucking doing. You got to do the research. I can't go around doing all of the research for every fucking body. I just can't. I'm not going to do it either. You have to do the research, and you got to know this shit and understand this shit and believe it too. Don't just be doing shit just because you hear me speaking on YouTube, or you hear True Free Man on YouTube, or Brother USFL, or you know what I'm saying? Pretty much anybody else that's out there. Liberty Brothers, Program Enlightenment, and people like that, man. You gotta actually believe this shit and know this shit for yourself. You just can't go off of everybody else's information, take their shit, and then run with it. Because when your ass get tried, you gotta know how to defend what it is that you claiming. Because they make claims all the time, so you gotta rebut their claim and then make your claim and have them rebut your claim. A person can claim whatever the fuck they want, and most of the time, the states are claiming power of attorney over you. So rebut they claim. It's as simple as that. But it goes on to say from the consent. Now, what is the definition of consent? Consent means permission. They don't have the permission to do most of the shit that they doing. But once again, you have to give notice and let them know that they don't have the fucking permission to do whatever it is as it pertains to you in your situation. It says, all political power is inherent in the people, and governments derive their just powers from the consent of the governed, and are established to protect and maintain individual rights. It didn't say constitutional rights. It didn't say blah, 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 hoopity ha, none of that shit. For the millionth time, you are not a party to the Constitution. You didn't fucking sign it. If you didn't fucking sign it, you're not a party to that shit. Stop going around listening to all these motherfuckers on YouTube talking about you got constitutional rights. No, your legal person has limited constitutional rights, but the states in which you or your legal person is domiciled in has to claim an injury in fact that somehow, some way, one of your so-called constitutional rights were violated. You don't have constitutional rights. You're not a party to the Constitution. It says, and are established to protect and maintain individual rights. Now, you do have individual rights. I like the way that the Arizona State Constitution reads, because it reads good as fuck. It's just essentially letting people know right here, you got your own individual rights. You can claim, okay, I got the individual right to take a shit in a certain bathroom. So if I got the individual right to take a shit in a certain bathroom at a specific time, leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to be disturbed when I'm wiping my ass. It's as simple as that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and look at some other articles within Section 3. Article 2, Section 3, Supreme Law of the Land, authority to exercise sovereign authority against federal action, use of government and personnel and financial resources. Section 3, Subtitle A of the Arizona State Constitution. The Constitution of the United States is the supreme law of the land to which all government, state, and federal is subject. You're not a subject to it. It's telling you right here. Man, I swear, I will give these motherfuckers credit in regards to the Arizona State legislators, how they wrote this shit. And I was really thinking about, like, damn, why was Arizona pretty much like one of the last states in the Wild West to join the Union? Because originally they was looking out for the fucking people. They didn't actually join the Union until 1912, and that's pretty fucking late in regards to how some of the other states in the Wild West actually had, you know, at the time that they had joined and everything like that. Like, I believe California had joined pretty much almost 60 fucking years before Arizona did. But it's telling you right here that the Constitution is supposed to be used as more or less as a defense, but you can't go in there claiming that your constitutional rights was somehow, some way fucking violated, because it's telling you right here, the Constitution of the United States is the supreme law of the land to which all government, state, and federal is subject. But it's referring to this is where I think a lot of people get fucked up at and get shit mixed up. Okay, when you have an elective representative, that representative is representing basically bonded debt slaves. So if he or she is representing bonded debt slaves, they are representing money, more or less. They're not representing you, as where they represent more or less you're a legal person, if you once again gave them consent to do that. It's for a person who's out here actually knowing what they're doing. The state as well as the United States Constitution is more or less supposed to be used as a binder in which regulates these public officials. For a person who knows what the fuck they doing, you would actually use the Constitution. That when they take that oath of office, you want to more or less use that oath of office, as well as, which they swore to take an oath to defend and protect the Constitution as well as their particular state constitution. So if they are in violation of any of those, you can't sue them. You have to basically sue them in the right capacity. It's different. It's multiple hats to it. It's kind of it's hard for me to explain. But then some people get it, but then some people don't. But just know that you're a legal person. You have to have an injury in fact. You have to be somehow, some way injured, but your case can't be solely based around the actual Constitution itself. At least not the United States Constitution, but in particular, the Arizona Constitution pretty much states that, is from basically what I just read to you guys, that you do have individual rights and you need to make them respect that. Man, hell, damn near pretty much all the fucking state constitutions, it might not be worded exactly like that, but I guarantee you it's saying something similar, man. You guys got to start getting y'all fucking law dictionaries as well too, man. So if it's any word in any of these constitutions that you don't understand, you need to be able to understand these words because they mean different things. They speaking in legalese. They basically telling you that the game is checker, but these motherfuckers is playing chess. You know what I'm saying? Every fucking day they playing chess, your ass, you playing checkers and shit like that. So y'all need to get these fucking dictionaries, man. Real shit. So y'all can pretty much start deciphering what it is that they're saying, and then once you pretty much learn the definition of a particular word, you can apply that shit to whatever it is that you're trying to do, and then give them a chance to rebut. But once again, notice is key on everything. So it goes on to say, the Constitution of the United States is the supreme law of the land to which all government, state and federal, is subject. Now, a lot of people would try to make the argument with me and say, well, your corporation is subject, is considered a federal citizen. I don't even know if that make any sense. Like, pretty much, like, okay, a lot of people would say that if the state representative is elected to represent your all caps letter, then you are a party to the United States Constitution. No, you're not, man. No, you're not. Minnesota, that governor up in Minnesota, I can't think of his name, Jesse Ventura, his case was a prime example of that shit. He wore the wrong fucking hat in that particular case. He sued them wearing the wrong hat, more or less. And I went back and I actually reread his actual case, and they basically tossed it out because he was not a party to the Constitution. They didn't have any jurisdiction to govern the actual case or rule basically against. He basically wanted to say that TSA had violated his fucking private right, but he didn't see, he wasn't a party to the Constitution because he couldn't claim an injury in fact. You have to be able to claim that somehow, some way, you were injured as a result to them being in violation of the United States Constitution. But just know that you're not a fucking party to it anyway. I'm sick of talking about that shit. Some people get it, some people fucking don't. It's up to you to pretty much start learning and shit, and then being able to decipher what you are a party to, and basically what you are a party to and what you're not a party to. And if you do choose to be a party to something, that's fine. But if you don't, you have to give notice that they don't have the consent. Because if you don't, they are assuming power of attorney for the millionth fucking time. And also, I wanted to address that stupid bitch, Emma Willard, that commented on the Treasury Direct bond video. It's a registered bond. That's essentially what it is. It's a registered fucking bond. Nothing more, nothing less. All of this paper savings bullshit that people talking about, it basically is a validation that there is a Cesta KV trust account that is in existence and it is supposed to be there for your use and for your benefit. However, it's a lot of people that's out here looking for a fucking payday and don't even understand this shit. And then when they get themselves fucked up and locked up because they don't even understand what the fuck is truly going on, they just going off of whatever the fuck they done heard somebody say on fucking YouTube, and they just regurgitating shit and repeating shit, and they can't actually fucking defend none of this shit. And then when they get fucked up, you got motherfuckers out here trying to A4V shit, promissory note shit, and they ain't even got their fucking status corrected. And once again, status correction ain't some fucking paperwork. You motherfuckers out here thinking that just because they follow UCC one financing agreement or statement, whatever the fuck you want to call it, that somehow, some way that protects them. No, you still, if you go out there and you hurt somebody or you invade or stump on somebody's individual or private rights, you will still be held liable. For the millionth fucking time, I don't give a shit what anybody is out here saying. So don't think that just because, oh, you put in some paperwork that, oh, now somehow, some way my status is corrected and they can't come after me. No, they will come after your motherfucking ass. If you hurt somebody, you put your hands on somebody, or you tear some public property up, you tear that shit up, I guarantee you all of that shit go out the fucking window. They're going to scrap whatever security agreement that you claim that you got. They're going to claim that somehow, some way, they were injured or they were the injured party and they coming after that fucking trust account, or aka your all capital letter name. In particular with section 3 in article 2 of the Arizona State Constitution. This is one of the best things that pretty much read. It states in subsection C, if the people or their representatives, see, now it's really like a lot of people don't catch this shit, right? Who can be a representative, or who are they referring to when they say this? It says, if the people or their representatives exercise their authority pursuant to this section, meaning everything that was subscribed beforehand. You guys go take a look at it if you guys want to. I'm not going to read all of this shit, but it basically says, pursuant to this section, this state and all political subdivisions of this state are prohibited from using any personnel or financial resource to enforce, administer, or cooperate with the designated federal action program. Basically, man, they telling motherfuckers right here, for all you motherfuckers out here, it is, thinking or claiming that, oh, once again, here go motherfuckers talking about this sovereign citizen bullshit. Once again, that's an oxymoron. Citizen is one who owes an allegiance to a nation. The United States Corporation is a municipal corporation chartered out of the city of London, incorporated originally in 1871. See Act of 1871, Section 419. Please, for the millionth time. In addition to the fact that the state is claiming sovereign authority. So if the people make up the state, by default, you are sovereign already. Why don't you motherfuckers get it, man? But anyway. Okay. I'm going to look at right to privacy. Article 2, Section 8. I'm telling you guys, man, if y'all look at your state constitution, man, most of y'all motherfuckers' problems will be solved right there. Look at the declarations of rights, man. It's telling y'all right here. Look, Article 2, Section 8, right to privacy. No person shall be disturbed in his private affairs or his home invaded without authority of law. Now, however, you guys need to be careful with that word person, because they referring to the corporate person, the corporate you that you sign for as the surety or the authorized representative on its behalf. That's who they referring to when they say person. But once again, it ain't all bad. You can use some of this shit to even protect your person. In particular, if you live in the state of Arizona, it's saying it right here. Right to privacy. No person shall be disturbed in his private affairs. I can make the fucking claim that when I'm traveling in my private conveyance, that's a private affair. Now, rebut my fucking claim. I'm claiming that I'm traveling in my private conveyance. It's a part of my private affair. And I wish not to be disturbed according to your state constitution, which you, I'm talking to the public officials, took an oath to uphold and defend. And it says, no person shall be disturbed in his private affairs or his home invaded without authority of law. Once again, you can always revert back to what I just read in Article 2, Section 2, without authority of law. Revoke the consent. Don't give them the authority. But once again, don't just think that, okay, well, if I revoke the consent and I notify them that they don't have the consent, that now I can go out there and act a fucking fool. I'm not telling you to fucking do that. I'm not telling you motherfuckers to, what I'm saying, go correct your fucking status and then run around thinking that you can fucking harm people and, home invasions and all this old criminality ass type bullshit that motherfuckers think that they want to do. Because they still gonna come after your ass, because if you hurt one of their the people are essentially property in their eyes. So if you hurt or you do damage to one of their properties, then they coming after you. They gonna sock your motherfucking ass in your face and say, bitch, you fucked with some of my property and now I want to be made whole, motherfucker. And we gonna do whatever it is that we gotta do to get our fucking, you know what I'm saying, money back from your ass, whether it be the restitution route or whether it be we gotta stick your ass in the slammer. Oh man. Look, check this out. This is another big one. Article 2, Section 17 of the Arizona State Constitution. Eminent domain, just compensation for private property taken, public use as judicial question. It says, listen to this. How many motherfuckers that live in Arizona that'll probably see this video, or whatever the case may be, whether you do or you don't, this applies all over. How many people then got pulled over and they ask for driver's license, registration, proof of insurance, and then they run that motherfucking driver's license and that goddamn driver's license is suspended like a motherfucker, right? And they impound that car. Listen to this shit. And I'm telling you guys, y'all gotta search for it. It's in y'all state constitutions. I love actually the way how this Arizona one reads, man. I mean, granted, that's where my legal person is domiciled at now, but that's just shit. I love how it reads. It says, private property shall not be taken for private use, except for private ways of necessities, for drains, flumes, or ditches on or across the lands of others, for mining, agricultural, domestic, or sanitary purposes. No private property shall be taken or damaged for public or private use without just compensation. These motherfuckers every fucking day. This shit is happening right now to somebody out here as I'm fucking speaking. So one of these rogue ass officers who don't know none of this shit, and I'm not saying that in a disrespectful manner. I'm just saying it because if you take an oath to uphold this fucking constitution, there shouldn't nobody have their fucking property taken and then that motherfucker sold at the goddamn car auction and they haven't been compensated. It says or private use without just compensation having first been made. They snatched that motherfucker from y'all. Y'all motherfuckers need to sue they ass, man. Whatever law enforcement agency it is. Because remember, corporations can only interact and do business with other corporations. This is why, for all you stupid motherfuckers that's out there getting rid of your fucking legal person, you know what I'm saying, resending the fucking birth certificate and all this whole bullshit, how can you actually come at them? You can't sue them without the fucking legal person. You need the legal person. Do not get rid of the fucking legal person. Stop listening to all these stupid motherfuckers on YouTube just because they got a bigger name, or it's like, 10, 15,000 motherfuckers that follow up behind whatever the fuck it is that they saying. If you get rid of the legal person, you can't even fucking be made whole if they take your property. And they are not supposed to take your property without fucking compensating you for it. No, a motherfucker can say like, well, if a person really smart and know what they doing, I wouldn't even fucking, ask for no money. I would ask for my shit back. Because then they can always make the fact, well, we can only give you legal tender. We can't actually give you lawful money, gold or silver. But once again, we're not going to get into that, man. That is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, me and the Fed got an agreement. They already know, like, hey, just leave us the fuck alone. We'll leave you the fuck alone. Don't make no videos about us. Let us. But then again, they ain't worried about me. I mean, shit. Granted, let me just say this real quick. For all you motherfuckers that's out there on YouTube talking about the Fed, this, that, and the third, and in no way, shape, or form am I trying to be disrespectful when I say this, but you guys really think you're gonna overthrow the Fed? Man, y'all got another thing coming, man. They made an example out of it. And like I said, I'm not saying this to be disrespectful. They made an example out of John F. Kennedy in front of his wife and in front of the nation that if y'all fuck with us, or if you fuck with what it is that we trying to do, the same thing is gonna happen to you. Period. Point blank, end of story. These motherfuckers wipe out fucking countries. You think they give a fuck about a little rowdy bunch of motherfuckers that got a couple of shotguns, or a motherfucker might have 2 or 3 hand grenades, man? You motherfuckers is minuscule to them, seriously. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. Until everybody wake up, we can't do nothing about the Fed. Just use the motherfucking notes for whatever it's worth in your eyes. But to each his own, nonetheless. It goes on to say, no private property should be taken or damaged for public or private use without just compensation, having first been paid into the court for the owner, secured by bond as may be fixed by the court, and paid into the state treasury for the owner on such terms and conditions as the legislation may approve. And no right of way shall be appointed to use of any corporation or other municipal until full compensation thereof be first made in money. So basically, when they take your shit, they sell your motherfucking car, whatever municipal corporation impounded that motherfucker and they make money off of it and they haven't compensated you, that's pretty much theft. That's auto theft. Use they fucking shit against them. They sold your. They first of all they unlawfully repossessed your shit, took your shit, sold your shit, and then they didn't even break bread with you. Man, I could keep going on and on and on with this shit, man, but it is what it is, man. That's eminent domain. Article 2, Section 17. Check this out. I got some more shit. And also, I just want to pretty much say, look at this. Check this out, right? This is Section 33, Article 2. Once again, Article 2 of the State Arizona Constitution, Section 33. It says, the enumeration in this Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny others retained by the people. Man, this shit can be way more. If this is not like pretty much evident, man, then I don't, anybody that can't really, if you can't even pick apart your state's constitution and use that motherfucker as a, like, pretty much like a binding type contract against the public officials or whoever it is that's coming after you, please do not be trying to A4V shit, charge shit off, set shit off. Don't do anything in regards to monetary until you have mastered and perfected the declarations of rights, pretty much the entire criminal code of your legal person. It's motherfuckers out here, man, that don't even know how to really pretty much get out of a goddamn traffic ticket, man. So if you don't even know how to get out of a traffic ticket, you got all these so-called gurus on fucking YouTube just telling you to go in and go fight the fucking traffic tickets. Yeah, now if they fucking with you and you didn't already more or less corrected your status and they continue to fuck with you as far as harassment and things of that nature and they confiscate your property, then yeah, you go into their motherfucking courtrooms and sue their ass. But all y'all motherfuckers gotta do is go watch that goddamn video that I put up in regards to killing the jurisdiction of traffic tickets as the authorized rep, man. If you watch that video, I'm showing you guys, I'm not just actually talking, I'm actually showing you guys that they cannot proceed in that matter because they don't have consent. I let them know that they do not have consent. Gave them their fucking contract back. And for all you stupid ass motherfuckers that's on fucking YouTube that's, uploading these videos when the cop get behind your ass and pull your stupid ass over. Let me ask you guys this, right? Because y'all so quick to claim that they don't have jurisdiction over your stupid ass, right? But here you go handing the motherfucker the driver's license, right? So not only when you look at any and pretty much every driver's license, and if somebody's state driver's license is different and want to rebut what it is I'm about to say, you guys go ahead and let me know now. Or leave it, you can't let me know now, but whatever, leave it in the comments. When you hand a motherfucker the driver's license, right, it has a signature, it has the driver's license actual number, and it has, the picture with you agreeing that you are your legal person. They got a picture and a signature. So by default, when you hand that motherfucker that goddamn driver's license, you are accepting the terms and conditions of that contract. That's why every officer always asks driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance. Those 3 articles are essentially binders that's binding your ass to the contract that he wants you to consent to underneath his law enforcement agency's terms and conditions. So, for all you motherfuckers that's uploading all these videos and shit like that, and y'all handing the goddamn driver's license over, showing your fucking ass, you know what I'm saying, being a fucking a dick towards the cops and stuff like that, man, I promise, most of these cops, they don't know this shit, man. So if they don't know this shit, give them the benefit of the doubt. Don't deal with them on the side of the road. Deal with them in a courts. You deal with them on a higher level. You don't deal with them on a street level. Just thinking about making it back home first. You don't fucking, you know what I'm saying, show your ass out just because you got a little fucking GoPro in your goddamn car or whatever the fuck you got on you and shit like that. Showing your fucking ass, man, and it's unnecessary, dude. It's unnecessary for you to show your ass, man. But whatever. It is what it is. So, you can even, in Arizona, reserve the rights of your legal person. Notify them, give them notice, like, okay, hey, this is pretty much what I'm claiming, and do it in the affidavit form. That way they can't come back and claim that, you know what I'm saying, they try to come back and get you on paper terrorism, some shit like that. Get it notarized, put it on the public record. You know what I'm saying? Every time you notice them, you want to put it on a public record, get it notarized, and send it certified or registered mail. That way they can't claim that they didn't get it. It's on the public record. They can't claim that they don't know about it. And go out of your way. Sometimes send them motherfuckers the same letter 2-3 times a week. You know what I mean? Just so you got sufficient evidence in regards to if they violate any one of your individual rights that you have reserved, then you can get at their ass because you can claim injury in fact. Also, I want you guys to go ahead and go actually read that particular article. If anybody need the article link, I can go ahead and shoot that, guys. Just let me know in the comments and everything like that, and I'll go ahead and shoot you guys a link to that 63-page document where it pretty much breaks down the qualifications to have a valid suit. So that way, you know what I'm saying, your claims, when you make a claim, it's not thrown out as being frivolous. But whatever. Was also, I wanted to cover that stupid bitch Emma Willard real quick. Hold on one second. Okay, this is my 8th edition, my Black's Law Deluxe. Since it's not a registered bond. Listen to this, you dumb broad. Registered bond, the definition: a governmental or corporate obligation to pay money. Dumbass. It's called a trust, but that trust is a limited liability corporation. So when you are registered, when the doctor pull your ass out of your mom's, you know what? They say, okay, now we have to register the birth certificate. We have to register this child. But in their eyes, chattel property. It says registered bond, a governmental or corporate obligation to pay money, represented by a single certificate. You only get what? One original. You don't get it. They give your parents a certified copy, but the original certificate. It says represented by a single certificate delivered to the creditor. Who is the creditor? The creditor is the Federal Reserve Bank. AKA, really, they just a shell for the IMF, but whatever. I'm not going down that rabbit hole. Not tonight. It says the obligation is registered in the holder's name on the books of the debtor of said municipal corporation. What is the United States, you stupid bitch? It's a municipal corporation. The creditor is the Federal Reserve. You are the surety, or AKA the promise to pay legal person. But it is what it is, man. Sometimes, you know, you just got to check a few people and things of that nature. So, that's my first breakdown. I'm going to put together a part 2, and I'm going to cover some of the criminal proceedings in Title 13 as far as the Arizona State Constitution is concerned, or I'm sorry, the Arizona revised statutes as far as statutory law and stuff like that. Once again, I don't give a shit if they try to come after me and say, well, he's, you know what I'm saying, if anybody gets fucked up by using his information, blah, 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 whatever. I ain't got to throw disclaimers out there. They come fucking with me, I'll come fucking with them right back. Fraud is not hard for me to prove. So if any of them is listening as well, let me just let that be known. If any of you guys are listening, whatever the case may be, fraud is not hard for me to prove at all. And you motherfuckers is perpetrating so much fraud on the people is ridiculous. It's pretty much, you know what I'm saying, it'll give you a fucking nosebleed. Whatever, it is what it is. But that's all I got for you folks tonight. Pretty much, you know, subscribe, like, share, do your own research. Don't just, you know what I'm saying, take whatever it is that I'm saying as valid and truth. Do your own research. Start breaking down whatever state you live in, the Constitution. Break that fucking Constitution down like a goddamn sawed-off shotgun, man. Chop that motherfucker up. And when you learn how to chop it up, you can hold these motherfuckers in check. And they pretty much gonna stop fucking with you. They gonna leave you alone because they gonna know like this he or she, they know what the fuck they talking about. So we better back up off them before we fuck around and get our ass sued. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But once again, like, subscribe, share, do your own research. Remember, education is key to whatever it is that you're trying to do. Educate yourself. Re-educate yourself. You know what I mean? Don't just go along to get along. Stay out of the matrix. This Drake Chili signing out. One love. Peace.